The Catholic Clergy of Hungary in the Peace Movement, by Deacon of Esztergom, Vicar of Budapest, Szentendváros, Dr. Richard Horvath. Source: Suomi-Unkari, Magazine of the Finland-Hungary Friendship Society, 1952, Issue 13. The Catholic Clergy of Hungary in the Peace Movement. The clergy's participation in the peace movement takes place mostly within the religious peace movement, which is an inseparable part of the nationwide peace movement, and which has its own national committee and organizations in all regions. The primary goal of the priests is to bring the idea of peace close to the believers, in Mass, in sermons, and in personal discussions, and simultaneously to convince these people that the movement for world peace in its principles and aims is also a deeply Christian cause and mission. The question of war and peace constitutes one of the fundamental issues in all epochs, including ours. However, recently this problem has developed to the stage where it can be solved in favor of peace. The issue of peace is so important that it involves every honest and well-intentioned person all over the world, regardless of their party affiliation or religious faith. It is a universal idea that can unite the biggest and best section of humanity, and which actually has already brought about this unity. Human conscience has awakened, grown strong, and the working person has realized that by uniting, and with a will to be united, he also can become a great world power. On the one hand, the cause of peace is defended by the peace camp led by the Soviet Union, and to which belongs the People's Republic of China, with a population of 500 million, the peaceful peoples of the people's democracies, and also many million people in the capitalist countries, who have joined the peace movement and whose number grows day by day. Therefore, the cause of peace is in our time not a mere abstract pacifist sentiment, but a new world power. The Hungarian clergy sees peace actions all around it. It sees that people building socialism want peace because they believe in the value of their ideas, because he is inspired by faith that these ideas, which are like a rational religion, will help the masses achieve victory all over the world. They will win also in the West, because they bring prosperity and happiness to the people. They are most essentially peaceful ideas, because the most happiness for the most people on earth can be achieved with them the most quickly and universally only in conditions of peace. The Hungarian clergy sees that the leaders of the socialist state system are serious about what they say. Power belongs to the people. The people are building their country. People are not being judged based on their birth, their wealth or position, but based on their humanity. Everyone has the same rights and opportunities, even if he speaks a different language than the majority. Even in that case, he has the opportunity to study in his own language, to improve himself, to practice his religion. To him is proclaimed brotherhood and friendship of peoples. He is taught this, he is raised in it, and not in hatred towards other peoples. For the benefit of the people, magnificent things have been accomplished in healthcare, prosperity, and culture. All these things are also Christian acts. They are all ideas of the gospel. What is taking place here is nothing else than Christianity turning into reality and life. We do not look for things that separate us. We do not care about abstract debates about world views, but about the things that unite us, what is being created and built and done for the good of the human being. And in all this, we take each other by the hand and work together, because we are working for ourselves. The blessings of the results will benefit the believers also, that is, also the Christian priest. Could there exist a nobler idea to guard than the cause of peace? Christianity is also founded on the principle of peace. We know that the communist view of the principles a person's inner peace is based on are different than the Christian view, but these principles have much in common. The society which is based on honorable work is also our society. We see clearly that in the material reality of the world, between one person and another, between one people and another, there is no specifically communist or Christian peace. For that reason, we have firmly taken our stance. The world is an indivisible whole. Between persons, between nations, there is either peace or there isn't. And if there is no peace, the bombs, bullets, and horrific weapons of mass destruction don't ask whether someone is religious or a materialist. They destroy Christians and communists just the same. Factory or a church just the same. Like all peace movements, we respect also the Pax Christi movement, of the Catholics of the West. However, we note that being isolated from the large world peace movement, it constitutes only a solitary force, and as such won't be able to achieve results on a world scale. Catholics alone won't be able to secure world peace, as they don't constitute the majority of humanity. For that reason, all the peace-loving people must unite regardless of their worldviews. If we wish to win the respect of honest people, we must firmly take a clear stance on big issues. An unspoken truth cuts wounds in some places, wrote one of our greatest poets, Mihai Babic, and it particularly wounds us, Christians, whose responsibility, more than anybody else's, is to defend goodness in the big moral questions, issues of humankind. And one such question is the question of war and peace. Expressing a sharp and concrete view on the issue of war and peace is a responsibility which Christendom cannot decline. Not its believers, not its priests or bishops, neither in the East or West, and not even our highest teacher in matters of faith and morality, one of humanity's highest moral authorities, the Holy Father himself. It is not even remotely enough to only proclaim abstract peace, or to name oneself as a supporter of peace. We all must concretely point out what advances and strengthens peace and what endangers it. We don't need to fear expressing even our sharpest opinions, not even when supporters of another outlook express the same opinion. After all, the cause of peace is indivisible, and our unanimity in defending peace is a demonstration that we are on a good path, that this unanimity is a tremendous power. We currently consider three main demands as the most important and urgent. All of us, including Christendom, must condemn and call godless the use of atomic power for the destruction of human beings, and to declare anyone who first uses a nuclear bomb a war criminal. We condemn weapons of mass destruction, especially chemical weapons, and call them godless. Likewise, we consider anyone who uses bacteriological warfare, like the USA has been doing in Korea and Northeast China, to be lacking all sense of morality. We must demand the speediest ending of the Korean War, as this war can set the whole world on fire. Bloodshed must cease, and we must work towards that. All throughout our country, meetings of clergy are taking place. At these meetings, the vast majority of the Hungarian Catholic clergy, one could say nearly everyone, expresses their desire for peace and appeals to brethren in the West to do the same. This desire of thousands of Catholic priests has emerged spontaneously. There are parishes where the bishop of the diocese has particularly emphasized this desire of his priests. To mention only one example, this was done by Lajos Svoj, bishop of Székesfehérvár, at a joint meeting of 5 parishes and their leaders in the ceremonial hall of the Budapest Theological Academy on October 7th. If our spiritual brothers in the West wish to accept without prejudice the appeal of the Hungarian clergy and join the camp of peace, it would be tremendously beneficial not only for us and them, but for the whole world. It is our unwavering belief that in so doing we are acting in the spirit of Christ, and will survive the judgment of a peaceful and more humanely beautiful future.